Let me tell you a story. So 2 years ago, I attended a conference, seminar, like meeting, that kind of vibes, and in Ghana, right? And after the conference, of course, you have to network with people, you have to talk to people and stuff. So after talking to people, there's this friend that for some reason I just had this feeling that be friends with this guy. I don't know if you all have that kind of feeling where you see someone and you just have this feeling of being friends with that person. You just feel like there's something with this person that you want to be friends with. So I went ahead and exchange contacts with this person and we spoke for some time. Now when I go home, I messaged him. Of course, you do the normal formalities, and he hit me with one message. He said something that it was nice meeting you. Let me tell you something. You're a great guy. And that moment when he said that, and it didn't really surprise me because people tell me this thing on a daily basis, all the time. Every single day I hear something like this. Today I heard something like that, and it got to a point that was very annoying, to the point that it's like you don't see yourself to be that person, but then people see you to be that person. Every single day people are telling you you're a great guy, you have a bright future, but then this is the case that you are being yourself, you are living your life, you aren't doing anything extraordinary. So it prompted me to ask him what he sees about me. He didn't say that much, he didn't say anything else. He just said that you were a great guy. And that statement that he made me want to probe more into, this kind of greatness, or this form of, this thing about you where you feel like you are very unique, you understand? And I came out with 6 signs that shows that you are a chosen one, meaning you're a great person, you have a great future, God created you to be a great person. And this is not to people who aren't great people. I'm not saying that people aren't great people, but then there are some people that were born chosen. God chose them before bringing them to this world, like Samson, David, all these people that God brought them into this world for special purposes, like Kwame Nkrumah, all these people that we hear of. Some people came into this world as chosen people. And if these 6 signs is something you could relate to, probably you are a chosen person. You may want to watch this video. Anyways, if you are someone who is interested in studying abroad, which most of you are really or truly interested in studying abroad, and you are kind of lost in this entire journey, you are lost in how to find scholarships, how to get a school in the US, how to apply, get admitted, get your visa and stuff, I have created a comprehensive guide, an ebook that will literally hold your hands. I've had so many testimonies from that ebook, and it's probably going to be your savior. I can't really explain much to people when they hit me up about how to get scholarships, but the ebook does everything. And I've given you guys the complete guide, or the questions that was asked during my visa interview, all the 3 visa interviews, the questions that I was asked, and the questions that you will probably get asked during the interview. If you guys are interested, click the first link in my description to get a copy. Now, the first thing that shows that you are a chosen person, or you are a great person, you are a very special and you are a unique person, is that unusual things happen to you. And this is so me. Nothing usual happens to me. Every single thing that happens to me is unusual. Getting bounced 4 times for immigration visas, like the whole process to even come here was just unusual formalities. That is why I don't really encourage people to use my route. I always encourage people to do the work, focus on the research, and then do the writing and get here, because my steps or the process that I used in coming here was so unusual. Not 2 people can do what I did. So unusual things happen to you. And another part of me is relationships. I haven't been in any relationship, like dating, nothing. Most of you watching this video have been in some form of relationship, but I haven't been in anything like that. Nothing. Unusual things happen to you. Things that are unusual, they don't really make sense. And these are the things that really happen to you. Even in my friendship, the kind of friendships that I have, or the kind of relationship that I have with people, is very unusual. I meet people at unusual places and stuff. So it's a sign that you are born a chosen person. I'm going to explain the reason why all these happen to you at the end of this video, if I really remember. The second sign that shows that you're a chosen person is spiritual insights, gifts, and talent, or spiritual gift. Now, for me, I'll use myself as an example, of course, is because God is a spiritual being, okay? And if he gives birth to you, or he brings you to this world to achieve a certain purpose, or to be a chosen person, he gives you spiritual gifts. Let me use myself as an example once again. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm bragging, but it's something that I have to use myself. But one of the dominant spiritual gift that I have is visions and dreams. By the grace of God, every single dream that I get actually comes to pass. If I have a dream about something, it literally comes to pass. I don't things don't really happen without me having dreams about it, and I just thank God for that gift. I just thank God for the spirit of revelation. So before something happens, I don't really get shocked, because I probably have seen it in a vision before. I've probably have seen it in a dream before. This thing has happened, so let me say it. So for instance, a friend of mine was applying for a US visa, and she was stressed about the whole process. In fact, I was also stressed about it, because we had put in so much effort, time, money to help her put in the application and stuff. So we were really worried about it. And just Monday, today is Wednesday, right? Monday, I had a dream that she had gotten the visa. This morning, she texted me and she had the visa approved. And I wasn't really surprised, because I had a dream already, and it's something that has been happening throughout all my life. I've been getting dreams about things happening, and they actually come to pass. I've had dreams of people, public figures who died, but I can't come out and say that, oh, this person is about to die, or else I'll be a prophet of doom. So yeah, so you have these spiritual gifts. I also have the spiritual gift of writing. You all know that I have books. I write a lot. I write every single day. I have the spiritual gift of writing. I have this gift of reading. Anything that has to do with speaking, writing, I'm very gifted in that area. So you have a spiritual gift. Probably yours is true prophecy. Yours is preaching. You normally end up preaching to yourself. It's something that I used to do, but I don't know what's happened lately. When I'm praying in the morning, I don't end up praying. I just start preaching. I start preaching to myself, as if I was in the church, as if I was in an auditorium. So I'll be preaching to multiple people, but there's no one around. I'm just preaching to myself. It's also a gift, or a spiritual gift, that comes with being a chosen person. So you want to look into your life. There's one dominant spiritual gift that you have. Yours could be probably giving. Yours could be something. You have this spiritual gift, right? Now the next sign that shows that you have a spiritual gift is probably something you wouldn't want to hear, but you have to hear. Please don't hate me for it. But one clear sign that shows that you are a chosen person is rejection. Okay, you experience so many rejections. You don't fit in situations. You don't fit in anything at all. And I'm a clear example. I don't fit in anything. I don't have any friend group. You know how people have squad. People have boys. There are about 6 in the group. I've never had anything like that. I'm always rejected at certain so many things. I'm always rejected. I always get rejected at so many things. Always. Let's say, for instance, I don't know who is watching this video, but let's say my school, for instance, I get rejected all the time. I don't have any friend that I would say, yeah, these are my people, but I see people having friends all the time. I see people making friends very easily, but I really struggle to, fit in. It's like I'm always the odd one out. I'm always there. You'll be here. You are not part, you are not this, you are not that. I barely get chosen for stuff, okay? So it's probably a sign that you're a chosen person when you experience a lot of rejections. My entire life has been rejection. Right from infancy, I've been rejected by my school, throughout primary, high school. I was rejected throughout all my life. And it's also a book that I'm working on titled, I won't mention the title, but it's on rejection, where chosen people actually get rejected before they get approved or before they get accepted by the people. Moses was an example. When Moses was rejected by the people of Israel, when he was rejected, he later got chosen. Jesus Christ was rejected by his people, crucified him, and then the whole world accepted him. So if you are going through some sort of rejection, do not worry. Your time is coming. Your time to shine is coming. And if you are going through another rejection, let me encourage you with this message. See yourself as a seed, okay? The Bible talks about this, but I don't have that scripture offhand. See yourself as a seed. Until a seed goes down into the ground, until it's deep and buried into the ground, people step on it. People drop bad stuff on that particular seed. They don't know that the seed is there. They don't recognize the seed. It's in the ground. It's buried. That is you. That is when you're in your rejection phase. No one regards you. No one respects you. No one sees anything good in you. And then you sprout. You start becoming a seedling. You start coming out little by little. Now people, I'm like, there's a seed, there's something growing here. No, don't step on it, you understand? You start growing little by little, then you become a plant, and then you become a tree where everyone comes to you for, ideas. Everyone comes to you for information. Once again, I hate to talk about this thing, but I have to talk about it. 2-3 years ago, when I dropped out of university in Ghana, it was my lowest point in life, where I felt like the world was crashing again. It was literally fighting me. I wasn't in touch with literally no. I would wake up with just 3 messages, and I'm serious, go offline the entire day thinking that people would miss me or people would recognize me, come online and just 2 people have just sent me a message. I was completely rejected. I mean, who would want to be friends with someone who dropped out of university? Your mates are moving on, they are doing their national service, they are graduating, taking pictures, and then you are home watching their stories, watching their posts. You could imagine how I felt back then. Those were my rejection phase. Those were the time that God was using to work on me, to build me, to write my books, to read books, to study all the time. Till a point where I started springing, I started sprouting. That is the word. I started coming out a little bit. Now you see how everyone is literally coming to me for ideas, and I just thank God for that part where it's like people eventually realize that there is something in me. With all humility, I just thank God for it. People actually come to me like, yo, this is that. Every single day I wake up to over 200 messages just on WhatsApp. Every single day, before Instagram, before TikTok. People are always coming to me for something. In the beginning, I was rejected, right? I wasn't regarded. No one saw anything good in me. People that rejected me previously are the ones coming to me for advice. You understand? So it's also another sign that you have a spiritual gift. Now, the next thing is a very strong sense of mission and purpose. You are very ambitious. You see someone who is very young and you wonder what kind of vision this person has. He has so much zeal, so much ambition. Once again, it's something people say about me. It's not my fault, but someone asked me why I write so many books, and it's not me. Anytime I have an idea to write a book, I just can't sit on it. I just can't sit down without not writing that book. I just have to get it done. It's like this fire in me where anytime I have an idea to write a book, I just have to get it done as soon as possible. I need to get the cover, get the everything as soon as possible. It's like there's this zeal. I don't know where it came from. I don't know the reason why I'm writing books to date. I don't know why I write books. I'm writing because I have the idea and I have what it takes to write. So I'm coming out with it. You have a strong sense of achieving something in life. You know, there are people who want to be, the average people. They are living life normally. They don't really have this zeal. They're okay with life. Whether they eat, they are okay with it. They're a bit phlegmatic about life. But then there's you where you are always ambitious. You have that zeal. You want to take your entire family out of poverty. You want to change your family story. You want to break barriers. You want to do things that will literally, become big. You want to explode. You have greatness in you. You have that purpose. That's a sign that you're a chosen person. God brought you into this world as a chosen person. You feel greatness in you, right? That is a sign that you're a chosen person. Now, the third point or the fourth point or the fourth sign that shows that you're a chosen person is your ability to overcome adversity. Now, anytime I talk about me dropping out of school, I don't really shed more light into it because the things that happened in that time frame, that 3 years, it's so much. I mean, so many adversities, so many hatred, rejection, maltreatment, abuse, so many things. But then by the grace of God, I overcame it. And funny enough, I'm actually prepared for the next phase of adversity, the next phase of trials and tribulations, because I got to know that after every temptation or after every test is a testimony. So I'm literally prepared for the next phase. I don't know if you understand me. So you have the ability to overcome adversity. You're probably were in a school where they didn't like you. The entire school didn't really like you. They didn't really regard you. You overcame the adversity. It's not everyone that has that ability. You are really in pain. You cry so many times that you feel like, God, when is this ending? And then some way, somehow, you overcome it. It's also a sign that you're a chosen person, because not much people or not everyone is able to achieve or to overcome adversity. The things that you have gone through, people would literally end their life when they are going through it. Last point is your positive impact on people or on others. And I don't need to talk about this every single day. People are like, yo, bro, your story inspired me. Even though I feel very shy or I feel this kind of imposter syndrome, when people tell me that, it's also an indication. So when people are always telling you that, yo, your future is bright, they are telling you, they see you. People tell you all the time that you have a bright future, you have a great future, you're a great person, you're a chosen person. You inspire people. Your story always inspires people to the point that when people speak to me, I could feel the greatness. I could feel like this person is actually a great person. I actually feel it when I'm talking to people. I feel it all the time. I could see people and I'm like, yo, you have a bright future. Something happened last week where I saw this girl on TikTok. There's this ceiling challenge where the girls are misbehaving. And there's this particular girl, it just spoke to me that talked to her, like what she was posting just didn't fit her. She just wasn't that person to be doing those videos. And I just texted her that, yo, I just saw your challenge and the video you were making, and it's not nice of you, okay? You're a great person. I just had that feeling that this is it. And she was literally confessing, bro, that is not me. Blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, we are friends right now, okay? So you have the positive impact on people. You can inspire people. You talk to people. You give them hope. You give them encouragement. And things work out for them. So that is it. And the reason I promised you guys that I was going to mention the reason why God chooses certain people. Now this is it. It's called many are called, but few are chosen. So God calls every one of us. It doesn't mean that if you weren't born a chosen person, you cannot become a chosen person. God calls a lot of people, but then he assigns people, certain people, for a specific purpose. He knows that he wants to do this. Okay, let me give the job to this person. And this particular person, you are not going to be like everyone else, because I've set you aside to become this. And that is how come you're a chosen person. So my fellow chosen brothers and sisters, don't get sad if your life is not like everyone. I'm also going through it. I get rejected every single day. I experience disrespect. It's because my story is different. I don't fit in. I barely fit in, and most people who are around me know this thing. I don't fit in, so I don't really stress myself with certain things. People are like, why don't you do it? I'm like, that is just not me. It won't work. You understand? So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Check the description to know more about me. Your future can always be better than your current situation, and only you have the power to make it so. Peace.